I'm live. All right, let me get this going on Twitter's. What am I trying to say? Finish up some single fetch work. Um, yeah, finish up some single fetch work on remix.run. Post that. Cool. We'll see if anybody is online today. Around. All right, and then finally, gonna do the screen share. Cool. I don't want that. Do I got anything else going on? Oh, I got my giant me. Cool. All right, so that's gone. All right, sweet. Nothing, no secrets. I'm gonna open up Remix, Remix website. Close this. Close this. Okay, cool. All right. Okay. Nope. Totally went to the wrong place. Where is Chrome? There we go. All right, cool. So we got this running. So last stream I did, I was working on updating the single fetch docs. This is something I really, really dislike about our search. I need to figure it out. So if I'm looking up single fetch and there's a doc called single fetch, I would prefer you to go to that, not to like single fetch overview. Whatever. Oh, this isn't even like, that's funny. This is out of date. I need to rerun the crawler, I guess. I mean, it'll run eventually. It's not a big deal. So I updated these docs, just reviewing for myself. Yeah, updated these docs have like an enabling single fetch section and then a breaking changes section, and then like adding a new route, which I actually kind of want to update this to include a bit of a better example. So we can actually show like what it would look like to do some deferred data. So I may get that going in a second. And then it's like migrating a route. That's the piece that I'm about to do some more work on. And then an additional details section, which just has things like, hey, what's the streaming data format? Talks about TurboStream, all the things you can send down. We should maybe make this a little bit more priority. Maybe in that, like adding a new route just to explain, hey, you can send whatever the heck you want, which is pretty cool. And the streaming timeout, just like a little tidbit about how you can export a stream timeout. Some revalidations, a little bit more explanation on that, and then inline scripts. So that's all good. So yeah, that's kind of the docs I updated. So yeah, I think I do want to update this one section still. So I'll probably pull up the remix project. Okay, cool. And here, check out branch. We'll do single fetch, defer. That's not deferred. Maybe promise example. So I think once I get this up, then I can switch back to remix, remix website and finish it. All right. So basically, we have this example where we kind of have like the greenfield maybe, yeah, I guess it's the right term, but like a good or a net new single fetch like example, or like a route that's using single fetch. And so we want to kind of create like a good compelling version of this. So one thing I'm missing is I'd like to take like a defer example. Maybe not this one though. Do we have a good example in here? Something like this. Products reviews. Yeah, with like the suspense and the await, and show that you can do that. Might be fun just to take that. It's like the perfect example somewhere down here. Here's the bad example. Maybe on this side it'll be easier to see. Here's like a, yeah, deferring data and loaders. So here's a good example where you got reviews promise, it's a promise, and you got product. Yeah, I like this. This is good. Then you don't really have like an example of the code. All these are like half the example that I want, which is fine. It's like almost this. This is almost what I want. Let's maybe like take this and we'll expand it. Single fetch continued. Nice. Thanks, Nicholas, for joining. Yeah. I yeah, that stream yesterday helped me think through kind of the docs and what I wanted to improve and whatnot. So I'm just finishing up one little piece of it really quick. So basically, we have this example where we're like, hey, look, you can send a date, but I think we need to be a little bit more like show maybe an example of using a promise as well, just because that's like a really big piece of this, I think. So yeah, let's maybe say you got data. This is really funny that we're sending all this. Yeah, I just don't think this is like maybe a good example. Let's do like maybe a blog. Say like fetch blog data or something like that. And then you could have like content published data dot date. And you could say like what we're doing here, like that's a date. And then you could say content is data dot content, which is a string or whatever. And then you could say like comments, data dot comments. And that's like yeah, I would want this to be a promise, like let's do comments equals like fetch comments, data dot ID. Let's do like blog data. This is just a fake example, so we call it whatever we want. Blog data dot that doesn't really make much sense, does it though? Because you'd probably have the idea. Be like params. Blog ID or slug maybe equals params dot slug. Ugh, is that how it works? It's been a while. It's been a second since I've actually pulled out from params anything. Let me go do like a real example where we pull out the params. Gosh. Yeah, here we go. Here's an example. So in this blog, we do this exactly. Yeah. Okay, we pull out the slug from the params. So it's more like that. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. So you pull out the slug from the params, and then you're going to fetch like blog data. And you're just going to say const comments equals fetch. Oh, yeah, I just put it up here. I don't know why I'm rewriting this. And then you do slug again. So now you have the comments. You have like blog data. I think this could be deleted. And then you're just going to return all these things. So we'll return published, could be like blog data.date, which is a date. Content is blog data.content, which is a string. And then comments is a promise of something. I don't know, string array. That probably just makes sense. We'll just say promise. So that's what the comments are. So this is really why single fetch is so powerful, because I can now just send down, date, promise, all these things. I didn't have to wrap this in defer. So that's cool. So then we pull out content. We'll pull out published, and then comments. And then that'll be this. Maybe just to make it on one line, we can just do this. Say blog data. blog post, blog data, this is all, I think this is all correct, yeah. And so then we'll say like publish, or we'll say like header. Now we'll say like published date equals blog data dot date. This doesn't matter. These are all just details. Let's say blog content. Let's do it this way. Header, published date. You do blog date, data dot date, and then blog content. Content is blog data dot content. And then yeah, you got, instead of review skeleton, you'll do like comment skeleton, and then await resolve. This will be blog data dot comments. And then once you get the comments, you'll update, what is this, product reviews? So yeah, it'll just be log comments. Okay, I think that example works. I don't think do I need this part? I kind of like this, how he had this thing. That's kind of cool. But it's not this. It's content is a string, published is a date, and then comments is a promise. So this is why single fetch is awesome. This makes sense to me. You stream in the comments later, but the initial data, such as the post, content, title, etc., are needed initially. Thank you. Yeah, I appreciate Nicholas for validating that. So yeah, I think that makes sense because it shows all the different kind of types of stuff that you need without maybe making it overly complex. Let's make sure that the intro of this makes sense. So we say with single fetch enabled, you can go ahead and author the routes that take advantage of the more powerful streaming format and response stub. We don't have a good example of using the response stub, so maybe I should pull that out and just say like response stub. I don't want to do like, yeah, let's do this. Do I have an example of using the response? Dot headers, yeah, let's like set a cache control on it. That'll be a good example of where you use it. And so we'll just do this one. What is this? Keep in the browser and CDN for 5 minutes, and then SWR for 1 week. Let me copy all of this for a second. We're gonna slim this down. This is how we kind of do our own caching for the most part on the remix website. Okay, cool. So you're setting a cache control. Let's just not worry about like the complexity of it and make it a one-liner and say you're just setting a cache control of like 5 minutes. So keep in browser, whoop, and see. I don't need the comment. I think this is fine. Okay, cool. So you have like pretty much all the elements there. Example of using response stub could be a 404. Yeah, totally. 404 would work. I'm just trying to have like a single example of like one route. Um, yeah, single example. Sorry, of one route. Just set up with like single fetch to begin with. So like there are definitely all the different examples. I just don't necessarily want to show all those examples because this is more like you probably understand remix enough, and this is just showing you the new format we're kind of moving towards. So once everything is single fetch like first, then all of our examples on this, like I'm sure we have a 404. Yeah, how to send a 404 like this we would update to say you don't do, actually you can still do that. Nah, this isn't really what you do, but yeah, so in these pages we'd be showing that, but this is just to show you like the basic bare bones, or the building blocks that single fetch enables. Okay, so you can go ahead and author routes that take advantage of more powerful streaming format response stub. In order to get proper type inference, you first need to do that, and then you can read more about this. And then I'll say with single fetch, let me find this. I like this sentence more or less. So we basically say with single fetch, you can stream, you can send, you can return the following data types. from your loader. I think that's fine. I think that's clear enough, right? If we just say that, you can send all these things. Subtypes of error are also supported as long as they have global. Okay, thank you. VS Code for getting my way. As long as they have globally available constructor on the client. I think I'm gonna cut that out because we talked about that later. So I think this is good enough because this explains like, hey, look, you can send all these things down. So with single fetch, you can return the following data types from your loader, and then we have this cool example where it's like, hey, you have like a blog post. Maybe up here we can say route slash like blog dot slug. Is that the right syntax? Don't we? I should know our file routing by now, but I totally don't. I'm second guessing myself. Yeah, it is $sign. Okay, dot slug dot tsx. Yeah, that's perfect. Okay, then you import this guy. You're doing all these things. I don't care about all these other imports. This doesn't have to be a feature complete example. Pull out the slug, you get the comments, you're not awaiting that piece. This does need to be asynchronous. Oh, it is asynchronous. Okay, cool. And then you get the blog data, you set the response, you return. Oh, you know what? You're totally right though. I could just throw it in here and say like if blog data, if no blog data. Maybe that's what you meant. Sorry if I didn't get that. It's not. Is it setting the? Oh gosh, no, I don't know. Yeah, it's the response dot status. Dot status equals 404, and then just return like no. I'm not gonna handle. But then I kind of need to handle this case though. I guess that's fine. Then you can just say like if no blog data, then return no blog found. What is it? Pensive. That's my favorite one. I think this is correct, right? If you send a 404, that goes still like, yeah, if I send a 404, it will go, yeah, let me just check here. If we go here and I say React 20, because that one doesn't exist, and I get a big 404, not found. Typo comments versus data comments. Oh, thank you, Alex. Let's fix that really fast. Let me read actually what you said. Typo comments versus data dot comments. Oh boy, where are we at? What line am I supposed to be on? Yeah, get the comments here. The comments is data.comments. Oh yeah, this doesn't exist. You're totally right. I see now. Thanks. Boom. All right. So that's that. So then yeah, in our like blog dot slug or whatever, when we don't expect it a slug, we don't actually check the 404 here, which is kind of funny. So I guess that 404 is going up one more. We do get it there. We probably like throw it here. Yeah, so this is maybe a bad example. Yeah, we can just do that though. I think we can just show that example. I think that's okay. I'll ask. I don't know. I'm not gonna worry about that one just because it is adding it a little bit more. But yeah, that's still a good idea to do the 4/4s in general. I think it's becoming a little bigger than I wanted it to be. Okay, I think that's okay. So let's push this. And then we'll say, make sure I'm on the right branch. Yeah, okay. Add docs, add promise turned promise from in single fetch example. GitHub PR create web. Oh wait, I think it's dash dash web. Man, the GitHub CLI is really cool if you've never used it. Oh my gosh, it keeps opening the wrong Chrome because I have Chrome on the side that has like my comments and stuff open. It keeps going the wrong place. All right, cool. So this is correct. Yeah. And then just make sure I get in there. Yep, that was what I want to change. That's what I want to change. And then this all looks good. All right, I'll shoot that over to Brofdog. Or actually, I'll just request him here. And then, not projects. What am I looking for? It's label. At least add the docs label to it. Did that get added? Good old GitHub without its optimistic updates. And then in here I'll just say added, expanded the single fetch example to include a promise, an example of returning a promise as well. Let me know if you see any silly mistakes in my code. Cool. And of course, this already failed because I don't know what's going on with our linter. Can't lint Dino files. That's dumb. I don't know when this broke, but I'm not the one who really fixes them, so I'm not gonna worry about it. Okay. Back to Remix website. Let's actually fix this thing. Yeah, my watch is telling me that that CI/CD broke. Okay, cool. So here's what I want to do. I want to I don't want to be on here. I want to update all this. This is running, which is good. So if you're looking at the single fetch docs, if you're on the doc site and you're looking up oh my goodness. There we go. Single fetch. And you're here. And you're down at the migrating a route with single fetch. Then we say like, hey, set up type inference. Pretty sure I did this already. So let's just make sure that's all right. Yep, so I did that. I even had one little thing that this actually did kind of break, which is weird. Just a very old route. So I fixed that already. Basically, yeah, however we were doing this, it was just kind of goofy. But we don't need to do any of that, and we can just return the thing itself. I should probably check this, but the schedule is already kind of broken. Whatever, not too worried about it. And then we have that set up, and now basically the last thing I want to do is I just want to update everything to use this define loader pattern. Not because like you 100% have to. There's some actually I can probably skip, but I just want to make sure that this thing works well. So we have some not like super complex, but a little bit complex types. I just want to make sure it's doing everything we expect. And if it's not, then I want to account for that. And then we've also got Jacob's nice code mods. So I kind of want to run through some of these and just see what they like update and maybe go a little bit, yeah, one by one through that. So I figured this out last time. We'll see if I can do it again. So this one's interesting. So why is Discord jumping around for me? Oh man, I got a video call coming in. All right, hold on 1 second. I'll be right back. You can all see my terrible slide. Okay, I'm back. We'll deal with that later. All good. Okay, sorry if you're watching and I have to leave. Okay, so this replace types. What does this one do? This is maybe a little bit poorly named, but that's okay. Code mod replaces UI match and meta args types with UI match single fetch, meta arg single fetch. Cool, 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 cool. That makes sense. I don't know if we have any good places where we actually have to do this at all. And I wonder if this really is the first one that we want to do. Gosh, headers can't be set to a function. Yeah, this is really interesting. I guess I'm not too worried about this. And the single fetch docs, where is this part actually? Um, this is down. Gosh, where is it? I think I just skipped over it. Yeah, I did. I don't know. Yeah, am I actually using UI match? I think that's really the question I need to be asking myself. No, I'm not. And I do use the meta function. So it's meta args really is the problem, I think. So do I use that at all? I use it one time in a file called meta.ts. Oh, right. Then we've got custom meta args, which is our own thing. So I think we're good. Okay, so we don't need to worry about those two. Cool. All right, so I'm not going to worry about those. And then what else does he have? He has refactor JSON to response, refactor defer to response. I don't think we ever use defer in the docs. We just don't really have a huge reason to. We do use JSON a lot, so I'm going to be wanting to get rid of JSON because we are going to eventually deprecate that util. So it should be relatively easy, just like return the thing. And then refactor new response to response arg, and then refactor direct to response arg. So what does this do? Man, this website unfortunately cuts off your code examples, which isn't great. So if this is your input, then you'll do something else. Okay. I worry that this is going to overwrite some like resource routes in a not so good way, which is all good. I'm kind of thinking I should just like do all the changes to one file at a time, and we'll be good. So let's try that. I am just going to use like the whole recipe, even though it's a little bit overkill. So we'll do code mod single, and then it's I think -i app slash route slash where should I start? Got all these extras. I got the marketing stuff. Maybe the marketing is the best one to start with. Got these actions, got these docs. These are resource routes. Got this guy. Got all the comp stuff. The comp stuff is the one I don't really care about as much, but we do want to eventually update it. And then we got the docs. Let's try the docs. That's like relatively well. I'm always hesitant to touch the docs at first. Let's do extras. Geez, sorry. Checking something again. Okay. Okay. Yes, gonna install this anyway. Yeah, I want to run all them. That's fine. So this is running over couplings 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 different files. Let's see what it changes. Uh-oh. It says 100%. Looks like it might have got stuck. Yikes. Nope, it's going. Nope, it's not going. Is it going? I think it's going, yeah. I don't know. Oof. Let's try that again. I don't know. Oh boy. I'm confident this is somehow my fault, but maybe it's not. I don't know. Third time's the charm. Oh my gosh, what is going on? All right. Did I like lose internet connection? No, there it goes. Okay, running in 4 threads. It's just gonna get hung up again. Ah, that's unfortunate. I really want to use this. Whatever. Okay, maybe I'll just try this one instead. Just do one. Seems like one of these is getting stuck, which is unfortunate. So let's see what this one does. Okay, yeah, so that one's going. So something else was getting stuck, I think. Cool, cool, cool. And now we have a bunch of things updating. Still going. Um, Bummer. All right, let's look at these while it's going. So basically, this just removes the JSON and it takes anything that was in the headers and pulls them out, which is great. That's kind of what it's supposed to do. There it goes. All right, cool. Just the feedback was a little bit slow. Cool. So this is exactly what I wanted to do. The only thing that I also want to get rid of is like the, not get rid of, but add is the define loader for each of these. So we'll do this pattern so that once this is stabilized, we can just like find and replace all of these and remove them. And so the way we need to do this is basically you just wrap this thing in define loader, and then this gives you good type safety. So for instance, we want the response, and now we can get rid of this. This is kind of weird with, sorry, with like the squigglies. So blog, not the squigglies, the diff line index. And then this is upset because of reasons. So I'm not sure what that's about. This is where I was worried. Yeah, we were gonna actually have some type problems. Yeah, this is where I'm gonna need to show Pedro that this isn't quite right. Something is wrong here. So if we pull this out and we say const posts equals this, because if we just, let's see, if we just return like an array, that's no big deal. But if we return posts, it is a big deal. And then the error you get is argument of type response loader promise post markdown posts listing is not assignable to parameter of type loader promise of oh my gosh. So yeah, it just gets like super nested, which is not good. So we need to figure out what the heck is going on there because that shouldn't be just like failing. So it's a good thing this isn't stable. It means that it's not done, it's not perfect, but this is where yeah, where it gets good to show what is going on. Hmm. I wonder if I like remove this type. Yeah, it's happy there. That's hilarious. It's unfortunate. That shouldn't like you shouldn't have to change how your types are set up, especially because someone might like defining their type like this. Um, cool. So that's not great. Hmm. Okay, so if we keep that, I don't want to actually change that. I want this to be expect error. We'll say Pedro, fix this. Okay, and then so now down here, yeah, type instantiation is excessively deep and possibly infinite. Gosh, that's so unfortunate. Mm. Yeah, this type stuff is can be kind of painful. We want to make it better. We want to make it good, but this is like not ideal. So if I do remove this, will this work correctly? Yeah, it does work correctly. That's such a bummer. So weird. Hmm. Wild. Okay. Yeah, trying to understand why it's so mad. I don't think I understand how these types are set up well enough. Uh, okay, I think in the comments of this PR, we'll point that out. Okay, so that one's fixed. Jeez. All right, let's look at some others. That was one we just did. Here, we'll just commit the ones that we've actually done already. Okay, so this one. Now we'll define loader, wrap the whole thing. We can get rid of our loader function args. Now we've got everything. All right, let's go to this one. What is it? $slug. All right, so another really complex type thing. This is very unfortunate. So I'm pretty sure if I get rid of post, yeah. So I'm just like guessing. I like know what the answers are ahead of time. I guess. That's so unfortunate. Oh wait, that one didn't fix it. Oh, let me also get this thing running. Oops. Hmm. So what is the type of post? The type of post is a blog post from Git blog post. And you don't like that it's a blog post for whatever reason. Because you said it's a blog post right here. And if I get rid of that, then now you're in a good place. Dude, it's like you can't set any types. It's not what we want. Goodness. Okay. I think I just need to, yeah, I feel like this is definitely like kind of halting what I'm able to really effectively do right now, which isn't helpful. So this is good. It's good to know that this has got some bugs. So I need to, maybe my time would be better spent just writing up an issue so that we can fix this. Man, so unfortunate. I was hoping to get through some of this. Does this just not know what the data is? Yeah. Yeah, since it doesn't know what it is, what the type is. If I remove this piece, I'm pretty sure this will, oh, I guess it doesn't care. Hmm. Oh, post cache, that has a thing. Gosh. So what's the return? Oh, the return is still like a promise of blog post because post cache. Post cache is a thing. Um, Gosh, yeah, yeah. This is just a problem all the way down. We can't actually get the type inference here. Okay, let's see if we can come up with like an example for a stack blitz, so I can then show Pedro what the problem is. So it seems like the problem is anything that's like got a type on it, more or less. It's like an issue. I don't know. All right, so let's do remix.new. Okay, cool. And then so inside of the index route, we'll just throw away everything. Um, excuse me, here. And then we're going to export a loader. All right, and we're just going to return nothing for now. Yeah, we got all our stuff. That's great. So if we return, let's see, what was that? What was the first example I had? I think it was in here. That first example was just like a promise of a blog post. So what is a blog post? Blog post, that's not it. I'm missing it. What is the type of blog post? Oh, it is. Sorry, that's it. It's that. Thanks, Gitlins. It extends omit mark post authors with authors of blog author, which is this thing. I guess let me just copy all this and then we can whittle down to figure out what actually makes sense. And then we'll say function get get go away Gitlins. Stop it. Get blog post. So this was the version we had and it did all this stuff. But I don't super care about all this. I just want this. And I want the type to be a promise of a blog post. And then I'll return a thing. And right now it's incorrect. New promise. I think that's right. Or yeah, we'll do like promise dot. I think I can just do this and automatically resolve it. Hold on, that is upset. That's fair. Yeah, I need to add all these things. So I'm gonna remove everything that doesn't matter. Yeah, I'll just keep this all like pretty simple. So we'll keep like a title. Ooh, a date's in there. Is that a problem? We'll see. Let's get rid of you. Oh, go away. We'll keep that one. Get rid of this. We do want the authors. I don't need the summary. And then this is fine. Get rid of this. Okay, so here we'll say title, you know, example blog, and then we'll do the date is new date, and we'll do authors. Name is Brooks. Okay, so now that's returning the correct thing. So now we're gonna have const blog equals wait get blog post. And we'll return blog. Oh, we need a slug. No, that's fine. We don't need that. Okay, cool. So this now it's busted, which is good. So if I get rid of the authors, does that work? Okay, so maybe it is the authors that's the problem. So if I remove everything else, then you're good. Or then, yeah, it's still broken. So it is the fact that it's the authors. What if I typed interface blog post as authors, blog author. Will that still fail? Cool. Yeah, so it will. It's a type. Does it matter the difference between type and interface here? No, that's good. So we can just have an interface, which is blog authors, and then can I also just make this thing like more of a literal? And it still fails? That's good. Okay. So it's a very simplified version. We'll keep the title just to add something else. Cool. All right. So we got pretty good example. I don't care about this. Cool. So we got export, we got an async function called get blog post. It just returns a resolve promise where it has the title and authors. And then you get the, and it's the fact that this is an array. This seems to be the problem. And then that tells us that argument of type, can you not, you can return an array back, I'm pretty sure, from single fetch. That should totally be valid. If it's not, we really, really need to make that clear. No, it's fine. It is. And then, yeah, and then let's also pull it out. Oh, I do need to also make sure I'm turning on single fetch in this example. Oops. Let's do install globals. Native fetch is true. And then single fetch is true. So both those are on, and then the ts config needs its example is dot em, or it's not that, it's not, yeah, okay, cool. So where is that? Migrating. Type inference, need this thing. Boom. Oh, jeez. I always do close window, and it closes the full window when I'm on StackBlitz. Okay, so now we got use loader data type of loader. And then this thing says type instantiation is excessively deep. So I have no idea what this is. So yeah, that's fine. I can just do like blog.title. It doesn't know what it is, and that's fine. And then like this would be like list, or no, unordered list, and then blog.authors.map author. Let's just do title, I think. Oof, I'm really deep in the tree here. Name, there we go. Li key name. Name. Cool. All right, so all this should work, but it doesn't. And that's what I want to show. Okay, so there's my example. So now let's go create a bug on remix.run /remix. Bug report, get started. Title, unstable, define, loader. Right, that's what it's called. What's exactly going on? It's like can't handle because if I remove that, it's fine. Can't handle, yeah, can't handle interfaces or types with arrays, I think. Most helpful would be, sorry, the most helpful reproduction is our bug report integration test template. I've never actually used that. I'm not gonna do that. Link to StackBuds because that's what I have. and then link to a GitHub repository. We don't have that, so we don't need to do that. System info. Will this even work on here? Cool. Oops. I did not copy that right. There you go. And then sure npm. Expected types to work with a interface slash type with arrays such as the following. If you remove, if you update, get blog post to, what do you call this? This is like a non-inferred return. So basically, if you update get blog post to infer its return type, everything works. However, hey, hey Nishgal or Nishal. I'm not sure exactly how to say your name, but welcome. If you get update blog post, if you update get blog post to infer its return type, everything works. However, this is not ideal for projects. Not ideal since that requires might require changing a lot of types. Plus, some people don't want their functions to infer types. They'd rather declare the return type. Actual behavior. Additionally, what's the word I'm looking for? The error message, the type error message is pretty dense. For use loader, the message is just, oh, come on, let me copy this. Type instantiation is infinitely deep. No, it's excessively deep and possibly infinite. Actual behavior, define unstable, define loader, and you accepts types with arrays. All right, cool. Submitting that issue. And I can, in fact, say it's a bug. I just verified it. I have the power. Let's see what other things we have. Single fetch, cool. And then I'm going to assign this to Pedro. Picatory can fix all my problems for me. I should probably maybe include like an example. Screenshot. Pedro. Here's a screenshot of the type error this gives me. Okay, cool. Well, I'm sorry. This is the stream. This might have been slightly disappointing, but this is what I was trying to figure out. It's issues like this. So we updated a doc and we found a bug, reported a bug. and that's going to be the stream today because I got to jump off and go to some other things. So I'm sorry I didn't get the Remix website updated. Hopefully I can return to that and actually do it in another stream. Thanks everyone who joined and anyone who is still around. Got 2 concurrent viewers right now. So yeah, thank you all for coming. Hope this taught you how to submit bugs on GitHub, maybe. Anyway, see ya.